Part 2, Irregular Verbs.
At this point in your study of Spanish, when we say the word verb, you probably think of two kinds. Regular.
Yeah, regular! All right, regular's the verb. Yeah!
And irregular.
Boo! Irregular verbs are too hard to remember. Boo-hoo!
But it doesn't always have to be that way. While there are a lot of important irregular verbs that you'll need to know, learning them can be made a lot easier by grouping them into different categories and learning conjugation patterns.
We've created 3 basic categories of irregular verbs: yo verbs, stem change or boot verbs, and bizarro verbs. We'll teach you how to conjugate them in the present tense. The first category of irregular verbs is the easiest. We call them the yo verbs.
Section A, yo verbs.
Yo! Yo! Yo!
We call them yo verbs because in the present tense, they're irregular only in the yo form. Plus, it's fun to say yo.
You may already be acquainted with one of these verbs, hacer. Hacer means to make or to do, and since it's a yo verb, it's irregular only in the yo form. Yo hago, tú haces, usted, él, ella hace. Nosotros hacemos, vosotros hacéis, ustedes, ellos, ellas hacen. See how hacer is only irregular in the yo form? Yo hago. Where the heck did that come from? But check out how the rest of hacer's conjugation is regular. Hacer. It's a yo verb.
Notice that the thing that makes algo so irregular is that G stuck in the middle of it. Not only does that random G pop up a lot in the yo verbs, but you'll also see it a lot in the yo forms of other kinds of irregular verbs. So keep an eye out for it. You'll see it a lot.
We're going to throw 2 more yo verbs at you. Valer, which means to cost or to be worth, and salir, to leave. Just like hacer, they're irregular, but only in their yo form.
Here's the conjugation for valer. Yo valgo, tú vales, usted, él, ella vale, nosotros valemos, vosotros valéis, ustedes, ellos, ellas valen. So valer has a normal ER verb conjugation, except for that crazy yo form. Salir works the same way. Yo salgo, tú sales, usted, él, ella sale, nosotros salimos, vosotros salís, ustedes, ellos, ellas salen. Look at that irregular yo form. Hago, valgo, salgo, those crazy G's.
Okay, let's adjust our Translator 2000 and see if we can find a program that'll demonstrate these crazy yo verbs.
Do you always make your purchases here?
Yes, I make my purchases here all the time.
Ooh! Fresh mangoes! Fresh mangoes! Cha-cha-cha! Fresh mangoes! Cha-cha-cha! Fresh mangoes! Cha-cha-cha! Fresh mangoes! Cha-cha-cha!
How much are these mangoes worth?
I don't know how much they are worth, but I'm worth $3.
¿Siempre haces tus compras aquí?
Sí, siempre hago mis compras aquí. Oh, mangos frescos.
Mangos frescos, cha-cha-cha, mangos frescos, cha-cha-cha, mangos frescos, cha-cha-cha, mangos frescos, cha-cha-cha.
¿Cuánto valen estos mangos?
No sé cuánto valen, pero yo valgo $3.
As we move on to other kinds of irregulars, always keep an eye on that yo form. 9 times out of 10, when you're dealing with an irregular verb, the yo form is one of the ones that's crazy. So keep that in mind as we look at other conjugation patterns.
Now, what do we mean by conjugation pattern? When we looked at the conjugation for yo verbs like hacer, we noted that it followed a normal conjugation except for the yo form, which had a random G stuck in it. Later, when we looked at the conjugation for valer, we saw the same thing happen, and again with the verb salir. So we can say hacer, valer, and salir share a conjugation pattern, random G's stuck in their yo forms, and learning to recognize those patterns will really help you with these tricky irregulars. Section